live from Baltimore, Maryland, I'm Jim Ross with Jerry the King Lawler.
I know I say this a lot, JR, but I think tonight's show is going to be the best one ever.
You might be right, King. Of course, the Raw superstars always seem to find a way to outdo themselves every week, and that shouldn't be a surprise.
So much for calling this one right down the middle.
That's not exactly conduct becoming of a WWE referee.
Watch out! He reversed it! I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Eric Bischoff hear you say that, King, or you might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. Bischoff's so cheap, he won't even tip a canoe.
Oh, for the love of... That's not the way a referee should behave. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't... Why even have a referee if that's the way it's going to be?
One, two, three, four.
Like it or
five,
not, JR,
six,
Sylvain Granier's
7,
got a lot of extremely
8,
competitive years ahead of him.
9.
Now, that's exactly what I wanted to hear, King. That Sylvain Grenier will be here to annoy me for years to come.
That doesn't seem exactly fair. But who's going to disqualify the referee? All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. He's climbing up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
Looks like the rules are going straight out the window, JR. He countered that one perfectly. Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. So much for having an impartial referee.
He saw that one coming.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
That's no way for a referee to behave.
Oh, man. I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here.
Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. That went nowhere. I think we need a referee for our referee.
These superstars sure have their hands full here tonight, JR.
The only thing special about this referee is his total lack of respect for the rules.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR. And looks like the referee's really got it in for him.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely...
I don't think the referee is supposed to be doing that. No matter who wins this one, everyone's going to feel the effects of this match tomorrow.
No doubt about it, King. But if you... He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR. tell you, JR, this one has the potential to be a Match of the Year candidate.
No doubt about it, King. As far as I'm concerned, it's unusual to see a referee get so involved in a match, to say the least.
He's going up, but what's he going to do when he gets there? I guess that's what makes him a special referee, JR.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it.
Come on! You're supposed to be the referee, for God's sakes.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
Oh, boy. Here he goes. I can't believe he countered that one. Looks like they got the tag, JR. It looks like they're slowing the pace down a bit here.
Maybe so. But one or two big moves, and there's the submission. There might not be any way out of it.
There'd better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here. Seems like our special referee is showing a little bias here, JR.
A textbook reversal there. This referee's playing by his own rules. What a reversal. I don't think his attempt to get this crowd on his side is paying off here.
He's not trying to get the crowd on his side, JR. He's letting everyone know that he's going to win this one, whether they like it or not. You know, JR, I don't think this referee is completely impartial. Whoops! There goes the referee!
Oh, man! And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup.
Wow! There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one.
Looks like the referee's taking matters into his own hands, JR.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1.
Man, this referee isn't afraid to get physical with the superstars. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
I am so glad he reversed it. Hey, how's it feel to embarrass yourself in front of millions of fans?
Oh, would you stop it, King? He's giving it his best shot here.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks. The referee's certainly showing his bias here with this count.
What a counter! I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done.
There may not be, King. They may well annihilate each other here tonight. I've got to give Grunt. You're not going to get him with that one. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, a reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
It looks like his opponent's going for the submission here, JR.
You'd be a fool not to take advantage of those injuries. Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, ref. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one. Oh, boy. That's just going to lead to trouble, JR.
He countered that and made it look easy.
Let me tell you, JR, you won't see action like this anywhere except on Raw.
That's for sure, King. There's not another brand of sports entertainment out there that can compare with Raw.
Now, if only we could get that through Michael Cole and Taz's heads, then they'd stop running their mouths on SmackDown. I hope these superstars can make it through this match without suffering a serious injury.
So do I, King, but this ain't ballet. This is very intense, difficult competition.
He could pin him right here, JR.
This counts slower than molasses.
There's the reversal. I almost feel bad for Taz and Michael Cole. They never get to call matches as good as this.
SmackDown's had its fair share of exciting matchups, King, but I'm inclined to agree with you. There's nothing like watching the Raw superstars perform live.
We're so lucky, JR. We get to see them every single week. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all. What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It is if the hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long.
Did you see that? Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that!
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal. Bleeding like a stuck pig.
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting. So long, ref. Sweet dreams.
It's going to be a while before the referee gets up from that. Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going. That was a smart tag, JR.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
Remind me to never try and step between these guys,
4,
JR.
5,
That would be
6,
hazardous
7,
to your health
8,
for sure.
9, 10.
He's done it. That's the match.